Germany's breaking of the Treaty of Versailles. That was actually me, by the way. I actually broke the Treaty of Versailles. I think I had actually maybe even signed the Treaty of Versailles, or actually asked for the Treaty of Versailles in the first place. So when I needed Germany to go and do something, not war, they were going to. I was conscripting them to go do something else. I had tasked them with a task actually, something to do with power or something like that, Hoover Dam or something. So I actually asked them to grow in number, and I said I'm going to need more troops, and not for fighting, of course, but for something. I forget what exactly. So I was the one who actually who actually broke the Treaty of Versailles, and that's why nobody did anything, because when I did it, it's like I am Lucifer, I am the creator of man, and I needed this group and these troops to go do this thing, which I believe it was something important like power grid or an aqueduct. It was something important. I was like, I need you to go do this, deal with this problem. So they trained men, clothed them, and sent them off for me. So, like I say, it wasn't really Hitler, it was me. I was like, okay, I need these people to go do this now, because there's a problem, of course. And I was like, all right, I'm going to need Germany to do this. And I forget what they were. It was something else. It was like they were at their max limit with something else, and then I needed more doctors or something like that. So I was like, I'm going to need more. I was like, I already have all these people already tasked and used. I was like, I'm going to need more people, because I needed like doctors or something like that. There was something important to do in the world, and I was like, okay, I need more people. So I broke the Treaty of Versailles actually personally. It was my personal choice to do that. I was like, I need more men. So, as creator of humanity, ask and I receive. And so they swelled in number and went to go do that for me. And then, of course, as soon as they were done, I was like, all right, that's it. You're all free. Go back to the world. Like I say, I would need something like 100 lumberjacks, or I need wood, and it's like, all right, I'm going to need 150,000 people. Let's go. We need to go get this done. So Germany was up to the task. They said, we want to do it. I was like, all right, you're doing it. Let's go. So they were tasked, people were trained, people were clothed, and equipment was given, and they went off to go do it. And that was that. And then after that task was complete, I was like, all right, cut it. You're no longer in my service. Have a nice life. Of course, they're like, well, we're going to starve, or we're hungry. It's like, all right, you get at least a couple dollars pay. I think I always had like a retaining bonus, like you get paid for life or something like that. Like I said, Germany, we always took care of our people. So even if you were a soldier and then you weren't needed, you just went back to the population. You still retained the crappy pay that... It was like, you're going to get crappy pay, but you're going to be crappily paid for your whole life. So you're going to get like $5 forever, or something like that. It was like $100 actually, equivalent of like $100 or a couple $100 today. It was pretty good pay. It was like as much as a factory worker made or something like that. So, except you're working for me. So, I would have men. They'd be given a rifle, but they didn't really need the rifle. It's like, go build this road. Thank you. They'd go build that road or a new town or something like that, and then be like, all right, that's it. Put your clothes on the shelf, hang them up. You might need them later on. Like I said, I had standing armies, or they were citizens and they were cruising around, but they were still military people. They'd been trained by the military to be in my service. They'd go build a road, but when they were done, they just go back to the population, get normal clothes, and just kick it. Go do another job. Not for me though. They would just go get a job in some food industry, and then when I was like, all right, we need an aqueduct. I need 200,000 more people, or I need 500 people, or 3,000 people. And they're like, okay. We get their clothes on. They would march off, and they'd go build that aqueduct, and then they'd be done. All right, thank you. Go back to the population. So we did that a lot. We did that a lot. Where it was like, all right, I need electrical power grid. I need wires. So they would go and they'd build a mine. They'd set up the mine. Everything would be mining. And then they would be like, okay, let's hire on 200 more people. All right. And then those workers, those Nazi citizens those German citizens would go and hang up their uniforms again. And they would go back to the population until they were of a certain age when they weren't expected to work anymore. In which case, okay, we need to train some more people. And they had we always had a standing army. So they would just train up their people, and then they'd go build that aqueduct or go build that road or go build that building, and then they'd be done. Like I said, I didn't really have a company anymore. I had armies, and my armies were my backbone. The German army, the American army, the Chinese army. I'd be like, all right, I need sickness done, or I need medical done. We need to find a way to solve this disease. And so Chinese would get on their little suits, the what's called, and they would march off and they would go do it for them and for the whole world with great honor and great respect. That's why President Nixon was impeached for calling the Chinese or the Japanese without honor. I was like, how, you did not just say that, Nixon. I actually ordered his death. I was like, that's it. For that, you die. Nobody says that Japanese or Chinese are not honorable. They are the most honorable, the most selfless people I have ever known. And they always have been. Anyway, it upset me a lot. Enough so that I actually almost ordered his death. I was like, kill him. I don't care. He's a liar. All he had to do was say that the Japanese weren't honorable. And I was like, you did not just call my Japanese dishonorable. I was like, you deserve to die, Nixon. He did. He really did. If there was one man that deserved to die, it was probably Nixon. Like I said, he actually called the Japanese and Chinese dishonorable. He called them all dishonorable. He said they're all liars. He even called the Israelis liars. Well, not to my face, but I'm sure he would have. I was like, oh, you did not just say that. So that's why he got impeached. He should have been killed. He really should have been. So anyway, I pardoned him. I was like, that's another thing. They're all like, blah, blah, blah. What's his name? Pardon him. Well, it's like, no, I pardoned him. I was like, look, you should die. You're probably going to get killed, but I'm going to let you live. They can kill you if they want. So anyway, he returned to the population. He actually even had a line of suits. I was like, you're going to give back the clothes, and you're going to pay the Japanese what you took from them. So anyway, I don't know how much of that actually happened, but I tried to put things back the way they should be and to eliminate the problems of my government. So anyway.